Let's go to dinosaur.
Okay.
All right, just give me
They're
1 second.
They're trying to guide me away from all of the bars.
That is not true. I'm taking you to another bar.
But this bar has
Up crawl.
Oh my god, not me losing my own VL.
Are they turning against you?
Not yet.
Hmm.
All right, and we're good. Hello, and welcome to technically your third merge tribal of Distortion Survivor, Thrilltopia. We'll start with Al. Al, if you could please explain to the viewers the amazing and super fun comp that we had you guys do today or yesterday.
So letters like numbers, but for words. We had those, and it like you were given one letter at a time, and the string of letters kept getting longer, and you'd have to repeat them back. But before you could repeat them back, you had to spin 10 times. And try not to die. I'm unsure if any of us succeeded. We could all be dead. Was that a nice way to talk about the fun comp?
I think it was perfect. I'll move on to Chris O. Chris O, you thumbs down when I said it was such a fun comp. What was your experience with the comp? And are you upset you weren't able to pull the immunity out?
I was upset with it because the spinning made me physically ill, and I had multiple times where I was taking. I see you, Julia. I don't need that sass. Uh, so there was sometimes I was taking a couple minute long pauses, just to like compose myself for it. And even then, getting up to where I was at 27, that was still taking me about like an hour, which I appreciate you, Benji, for sitting with me through that patience. And I don't know how long that would have taken me to get all the way up to where Al got. So, uh, props to them because that was not an easy thing to accomplish. So,
All right, let's move to Sam. Now, Sam, you had a very eventful night during Billy's Big Brother. You won HOH, secured your spot towards the next round. And for the first time ever in Billy's Big Brother, a tie was had, and you had to break the tie publicly. How are you feeling with, publicly breaking a tie coming into the final six and not having the opportunity to win immunity?
Okay, because I'm currently away for a bachelorette weekend, so I wouldn't have had time to really do the challenge anyway. Or if I did, I wouldn't have had much focus. Plus, I've been having lots of drinks, so I wouldn't have been very good at it. So, yeah, so it wasn't the biggest thing in the world. I hope I am okay, and if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. It's unfortunate when people get busy and they can't dedicate as much time as they would like into the game, but real life has to come first in these things.
All right, let's move to B. B, can you answer a question? You're muted. Nope.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you answer?
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right. So obviously you guys merged at 9 and the jury started at final 9. Obviously, despite the fact that the jury is so small still, you guys are already heading towards the end game of this game. So what do you think the jury, at least the 3 people that are there right now, are kind of looking for in a winner?
Okay, that's a hard one. Like, what does anybody look for in a survivor winner? Big moves, ownership. I think when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, of how you played this game, and a story from the beginning. I think a lot of people want to see a story. They want to see, an underdog and things like that. Typical Survivor shit. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy, but that's what I got for that. I don't know.
All right. So Julia, Sam says
Imagine
they're
drinking at tribal.
All right. So Julia, Sam says they're drinking at tribal. B says they're drinking at tribal. I think Al was insinuating they're drinking at tribal. Julia, you're drinking at tribal. It seems like Chris O might be the only sober one here. So
is this tribal or is this happy hour? I'm not sure.
Julia, I asked this question a lot last season, and I haven't been able to ask it this season. In just one word, how do you think people are going to feel post vote about what's happening tonight?
That's a good question. Fuck. I like this. Makes me think, and I don't like doing that. I would probably say uneasy. Just simply because of the point everyone's gonna be at. Like people with final five, like there's a lot to think about at this point of the game of like how you think you can navigate the end game. So I know like for me, that's how I feel every vote at this point, whether it goes my way or not. Just like uneasy of what's yet to come. Also, B, your makeup looks fantastic. I just really wanted to say that.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Queen. You ate last tribal, by the way, or last whatever the hell that was. The last time we got on here.
All right. So I'm gonna ask the two normal questions, but before that, I have a question for everyone. And not to sound like a new era survivor, but I'm just genuinely curious about the five of you here. Like, and are you content with the game that you played? Meaning that if you got voted out tonight, would you feel that you played a content game in Distortion Survivor Thrilltopia? I want sob stories.
Absolutely. I got asked to play this game like right fucking before. Because Billy Vance knows if he begs me to do anything, I will humbly and begrudgingly say yes. And I came in and I said, you know what? Fuck it, we balled. I'm gonna shit post. I'm gonna do whatever. And you know what? I've shit posted and I've done whatever. And I accomplished the two things I came here to do, which was those. Played with some cool people, yelled at some cool people, cried with some cool people. What more could you ask for Survivor? Drank with some cool people.
I'd probably come out pretty content with the whole thing. As everyone knows on my message here, I've officially tied my all-time Survivor record, which makes me very happy. But more than anything, like, I don't know how much I've done this to other people, but I explained it when I was like getting cast of like, I played long-term Big Brothers and I played mini Survivors, but I've never done a long-term Survivor. And I've sucked at the mini Survivors. So I've been trying to determine if it's I suck at minis or I suck at Survivor. And I think getting this far have proven to me that like it's definitely I'm better at long terms and worse at minis, not specifically one game over the other. And I made a lot of cool friends.
Man, I've had a blast this game. I mean, this is my first one. I think it's cool learning how like, these things go or whatever. Like I met some really cool people. Yeah, I'm proud of the game I'm playing for sure. And I wish you guys all the best, to be honest. Like, however this shit shakes out, you guys are all awesome people. And this was a great cast. And thank you, production, for putting on a great game as well. I've had a really good time.
I've had so much fun. It's been a tumultuous game. It's been a game unlike any I've played in a long time. But I've met some really, really cool people and I've reconnected with some really great people as well. So it's been really, really fun. So thank you guys.
Am I allowed to talk? Like I know I have immunity. So I should probably shut the fuck up. but like that's not a thing I
No,
do.
go for it. Go
So,
for it.
Were you silent
We're
or were you
bonding.
silenced?
um, I mean, I've never won a post-merge individual immunity where only one person wins immunity. By that, I mean, and even then, there's still an asterisk because only 3 people were competing. So like, I've not, but I think
Don't do that. You won that shit head up. Don't do that. Don't be downplayed.
my friend told me to apply. He seems to be happy with the game I've played so far. I'm not doing this for the approval of a man. Let's be completely honest here. I just like it's more like friend approval than like man approve. You know what I'm saying. My beverage. It's so upsetting. Oh no. Oh no. My whole ass beverage on the floor. Okay. Well, great. That that bodes well for me. That's what happens when you say you're not doing it for a man. The world is like, are you sure? Um, this is great. I love this. This is excellent. Um, I mean, I was happy with my game up until this point, and now this is just like a major party foul. How depressing. What a time to be alive. My whole ass beverage. Um, I'm sorry that I'm sure I had something good to say, and then it just everything went off the rails. So I don't know.
All right. So now comes the question. Raise your hand if you feel that tonight is the last vote you're going to experience. Raise your hand if you feel that tonight your torch is getting snuffed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the person who has won immunity is not raising their hand. It's a good day. For context, the past few people who've won immunity have been raising their hands. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna move on.
I don't think
Okay.
you realize how much beverage just fell on the floor. I just like there's ice. My whole leg is wet. I should I have raised my hand? I'm not giving up immunity. I don't. Never mind. Continue.
If you had to compare this round to a roller coaster, what roller coaster would it be and why?
Fucking log flume, really?
What's the most alcoholic one?
Epcot.
Okay, that one.
Something in Epcot.
All right. Well, this whole tribal council has just been Epcot. Um, okay, it is 8:14. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to play or like to say? All right, get those votes in as soon as possible. Or if you've already pre-voted, please bump them. We are live in the VL, so if you want to make any shout outs, now be the time. I'll be back with the votes.
Shout out Berto if you're watching this. We tied, brother. You're still my boy. Thank you for recommending me for this game. Shout out to the rest of the cast. You guys have been crushing it. You guys have been delivering every single time. Yeah, those are all my shout outs.
Good luck, guys. It's been so much fun.
Hello, can you guys hear me? See me? Hello, hello, hello. All right. I have the votes. But first, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage and they'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right. Votes are locked. When I read the final vote, that person will have just a couple of seconds to say their goodbyes, leave the Zoom, and leave the announcements chat. I'll read the votes. First vote, Marvin. Second vote, Chris O. Third vote, Julia. Fourth vote, B. Fifth vote, Julia. Sixth vote. And the next person voted out of Distortion Survivor Thrilltopia. And the fourth member of our jury, Julia. Julia, if you have any final words, now would be the time to say them.
Thank God it took you all long enough. I wanted to get voted out rounds ago. Oh my God. I'm so tired, y'all. I beat Fred though.
Not hard.
It's pretty easy to
Nice work, Julia. Nice work.
Enjoy your night, Julia.
You're snakes. All of you are snakes. The lot of you are snakes. I obviously didn't have an idol. You could have just told me. Al especially, like, could have just told me. I don't know. Kind of don't respect that.
Nice work. You played a fucking iconic ass game, girl. For real.
It's so good playing
And
with
like
you.
I said, I didn't have an idol. Didn't respect that, especially from you. I think we kind of built something. But smooches, all of you. Have a great rest of your game.
Thank you, Julia, for playing on such short notice for us. But unfortunately, the tribe has spoken.
To Julia. To Julia.
What? What was that for? What?
And with that, congratulations on making it to final 5 of Distortion Survivor Thrilltopia. You guys will have a semi-live comp. I'm going to stop the stream, but stay on the Zoom so we can explain how it'll work.